All right, everyone, we're recording a promo for Pro Teaches Noobs.
Oh, what's a noob? Hey, you know who else is a noob? My mom!
All right, everyone, just forget it, okay?
Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teaches Noob. Today I have with me, first time in a little while, Brit.
Hello, hello.
And today we are continuing with the Peter David Captain Marvel series. Last time we had quite a roller coaster, especially with different artist teams, a fill-in artist and writer, the only one in this whole run. And basically, Rick has been turned into an old man and is missing an arm.
What a way to leave off. As I told you, did need a refresher, but it's coming back to me. And yeah, it is quite a cliffhanger that we left off.
What's her name? Just like her name. It's been a while. You're the one who's been following Marlo. Again, I said it's been a while.
I gotta figure out the name because I surely forgot to.
Lorraine. Yeah, she got vanished.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna find out what happened to her too.
Interesting.
What's happening? What is this place? Last I remember seeing it was Rick's losing an arm to the death god Walker and becoming so very old. It was so surreal. Trapped in the microverse, watching it transpire. Surreal, as in a dream. Yes, that's it. All a dream. And then I woke up here in this. What is this anyway? Looks like a cemetery. And my link with Rick seemed down somehow. I'm not getting any responses from him via our psychic link. What is this place? And what's on that headstone? I don't understand any of this. From Melissa Joan Gold, Songbird, valiant teammate, died in the line of duty, beloved wife of Genis-Vell, aka Captain Marvel, mother of Mimi and Elle. Aww. Now, Songbird, she is a character that has a bit of a history. She has been on the Thunderbolts and everything, and she helped out during Avengers Forever, and it was always implied there was something going on between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to point that out. But this is crazy. It's Songbird, my wife, and we have children. Mimi. I think Songbird used to go by Screaming Mimi. But where did Ellie come from? Wait, my mother, Alyssa. It could be short for that. I have or will have a wife, children. How is it possible? Am I dreaming this? Yes, that's got to be it. I'm just dreaming, that's all. There's some sort of strange nightmare. And as frightening as nightmares might be, they can't do you any lasting damage. So you actually have the nerve to come back, Marvel. You knew what would happen if I found you. I put out the word far and wide. You must have heard, but your ego wouldn't let you. Stay away, would it? Thanks to you, Songbird is dead. You might have convinced the others of your innocence, but you and I both know the truth. Wait, this is a mistake! Yes, your mistake! Give your father my regards, Captain. Your finger, what's happening to crack? Then I wake up. Huh? What? Son of a... Who's there? Jen? Is that... oh, thank God. Lights on! I thought you were out fighting the Sin Seers. I didn't think you'd be back in time. Lying here, sleeping, suddenly, boom! Water breaks. Contractions are less than a minute. This baby wants out. Songbird, Jen, considering that I'm having your second child, it's a little late to be switching back to the professional names, don't you? Oh God, Jen, it's coming. It's coming. Well, tell her to go back. What, did you go from cosmic aware to cosmically sick? Again, just like, wait, what the... Okay, breathe in, push it out, right? And I'll catch it. How? Through the covers? What are you, Houdini? Move the sheets, Jen. It's not like I've got anything you haven't seen. Right. Like you said, I'm ready to just, and... Aww. Jen, did I ever tell you how much I love you? Well, I'm sure you have, but in In many ways, this feels like the first time. Well, at least this time, I didn't blow out all the windows. This time, oh, right, as you did when Mimi was born. Right, so this is Ellie. Ellie? I thought if it was a boy, you wanted to name him Marv after your dad. Although, to be honest, I like Ellie much better. I thought my mother would have liked it. Would have liked it? You're talking as if I'm not here to rejoice in you giving me a grandson. Well done, Melissa. Although the palace architect here on Titan is likely to tear his hair out considering how hard you are on Windows. Genis? Darling, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. She should be dead!
Really?
She was killed off beforehand, so she should be dead. So, like, Mother, how can you be here? Well, what was her living here, Jen? It seems natural. Honey, don't take this wrong, but in fighting the Sinceres, did you take a blow to the head or something? But you died! Well, yes, but that was a while ago, Genis. As you know, time heals all wounds, even mortal ones. That was a joke, dear, not one of my best, I'll admit. And why are you focusing your cosmic awareness now? Is there danger? I don't know. How would you come back from the dead? You know perfectly well. You were there. It was during the... Genis, what? And watch where you go. Oof! Oh, and then I woke up. So there you are. And here I thought you disappeared along with the Magus. Well, satisfied, Genis? When are you going to wake up to reality? Star Fox? Oh, now, Genis, it's just the two of us. You can call me Eros, or even Uncle Eros if you must. Of course, the reason it's just the two of us is that you've more or less annihilated everyone standing against you. What were you thinking anyway? This bizarre notion that your mother could be brought back to life? Where did that come from? You always were too parent obsessed. Learn to deal with reality, Genis. You desire parents as if you think that will make you normal. And somehow, face facts. The Lizards of Titan created you using Titan super science and genetic sampling from her erstwhile lover, Mar-Vell, aka Captain Marvel, long dead as of the time you were born. She then artificially aged you. You thought it was your father. I was your father until you learned the truth. And you want something like a normal life. Get married, have kids? I don't. Of course not. But I am going to get married and have a boy and a girl. That's the spirit. And Ulysses will leave again. We were doing so well. And hold on. By the way, Star Fox is that guy who's known for manipulating people's emotions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a pretty controversial one, especially when he did it for the ladies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that guy. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, you're going to love this. This is technically both setting up things, and then later on, Peter David then alters it, but gives an explanation behind the altering.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep. You have to believe me. Something's happened to me. I'm jumping to different points in my life. Backward. And I'm not in communication with Rick. I can't sense him. Rick Jones? You mean the dreamy and the dreary Terran you were molecular bonded with? And you switch places in the microverse when you bang the negabands together? You're talking the past tense. Are we free from each other? I need to know. I need to know. I know. Know what? You seem a bit tense, favorite nephew. I'm cosmically aware. How long did you think that you could fool me? And tell me what's happening. You're the one who's cosmically aware. You tell me. The Magus, the evil Adam Warlock's evil side. Like, you're behind all of this, aren't you, Magus? How did you come to be here? Where is here? Either you feign ignorance, Captain Marvel, better than anyone I've ever encountered, or else you're simply too stupid to live. In which case, I shall be more than happy to oblige you. And Magus, I may not know how I got here or why this is happening, but there's one thing I do know: it's the face of evil, and that's why. And when confronted with it, I should make sure to put my fists through it at the first opportunity. Your power has grown significantly, Marvel. I'll give you that, but I have resources that you have not even dreamt of. Take him. What? Hi, Moondragon. And now that is a setup for something that, unfortunately, by the time it actually gets to it, it's when the book is canceled.
Really? Wow.
And I'll tell you this, but that also tells you how long it takes before we actually find out what's going on here.
Well, that's kind of, I don't know. I guess it depends on how, if this is a setup, how interesting it is, and then
You'll see.
Yeah.
Why won't he wake up? You said that you would help him. Rick doesn't look any different. He still looks old, I believe is the word you're searching for here, and for Marlowe. Your husband is old and may, courtesy of the late unlamented death god called Walker, who we sought to destroy my lover, Milady Death. I know, and your precious Milady Death was hiding inside of me, and then she got torqued enough to dispatch Walker on her own. I know all that. I was there. And I also know that you said you'd find a way to restore Rick. Didn't he, Thor? Verily, Thanos did but promise to try and find a way. No actual guarantee of, who asked you? Why, in truth, it was you. Actually, upon further reflection, I spoke out of turn. Mine apologies for upsetting thee. And I mean, okay, fine. You found him some clothes around his space-going monolism to replace the tatters he had on. But other than that, you do not understand, woman. If Walker had just aged him, I could attend to that. It's simply a matter of cellular regeneration. This is more complex. How? In essence, Walker bent time around him. He sent Joes into his own future and kept him in the present simultaneously. There's a sort of barrier, a temporal flux barrier around him that I have difficulty breaching. I don't care about any temporal flux barrier. Just get him out, give him the flux out of it. What about Captain Marvel? They're super glued, bonded, whatever. Can they maybe switch places or use the negaband somehow? The captain's predicament is no less dire. Predicament? Of what do you speak of, mad one? I have no more need for you, Thunderer, nor of the two Earthers, nor the half-Kree. So any succor I extend now is out of a sense of honor and generosity. It might behoove you, therefore, to curtail the number of times you address a benefactor as mad. Even a thunder god should know better than to needlessly sow the wind, lest you reap the whirlwind. Now then, here is what is occurring, even as we speak. I am endeavoring to reverse the temporal flux, as I told you. However, unavoidably, these efforts are feeding through the negaband, and through Jones' very molecular structure, and into Captain Marvel as well, even though he is in the microverse, and since this is the incarnation of Jones from the far future, Captain Marvel is being affected by those same future time streams, a localized temporal storm, if you will. According to my instruments and my best guess, Captain Marvel has experienced his own future and is moving progressively backwards. The same is happening to Rick Jones. How much is real, how much is subjective, I could not begin to say. However, and sooner or later, however, something will have to give. Hopefully then he will be, wake up, Rick, you, the microverse, we're still in, but together, how can it be? Is any of this real? You're asking me? What's real, Marv? You're asking me? Rick, what's wrong? You sound real. He's asking me, what's real? I used to have a real life, Marv. I was a real kid with real concerns. Girls, cars, this. Then, on a dare, I drove out onto an army base. Didn't know I was cruising into where they were going to test a gamma bomb. Next thing I know, reality and I, we're like this and this. Never the design shall meet, you know? Rick, I'm not following. Well, why should you be? Following my gig, right? I followed the Hulk, followed Cap, followed the Avengers, followed Rom, then the Hulk some more. I'll be a sidekick until I'm an old man. I know. I've seen it. I've been ricocheting up and down my own life, seeing things I don't want to see. Rick, I've been in the same boat. I know how. No, don't you do it. Just because we're in each other's head, don't you dare think you know how I feel. I am so damn sick of being punished for one boneheaded move as a teenager. I am sick of living large. You got that? Sick of eating, sleeping, and breathing cosmic steaks. I literally can't even look into the mirror anymore without seeing a superhero, without seeing you and your starry face. I'm fed up with the hand I was dealt. I want a new deck. Better yet, a new dealer. It could have been me and Marlo building a quiet life together. But no, I got sucked into one thing after another. And shut up, Rick. You think you're fed up? I'm tired of your whining and your condescension. This is not my concept of an ideal existence, okay? I had a life before this. I had lovers. I had food. I had my own place, my own stuff. At least you have an apartment, a woman who loves you. I got nothing but the clothes on my back. I haven't slept in a proper bed in ages. Earth people living in refrigerator cartons are better off. I exist to be cosmically aware, fight bad guys, and listen to you bellyache about your lot in life. Tell you what, if you're that tired of my face, try and rearrange it. Just you and me, no powers. Come on, Jones, let's see what you've got. Boom! Get that time and following Captain America around serves some purpose there, right, Marv? Right, Marv? Ah! That's all. That's it. That's all. Come on. Come on. I'll kill you. I'll freaking kill you. Try it. Come on. Try it. Let go. You first. Marv, look out. Like, what's happening? Thanos, cease this at once. I cannot. It is no longer up to me. It is a thorny predicament. Oh, nice move there, Marv. How was I supposed to know there was a thicket at the bottom of the hill? Mr. Cosmically Aware, which is a power, and which is a power. No powers, remember? Oh, right. I was trying to be fair to you. Saying slow. If it makes you feel any better, I think you broke my nose. Well, I busted a knuckle. If that makes you feel any better. It doesn't. Yeah, well, I'm not, feeling good about the nose thing. Look, Rick, I'm sorry your life isn't what you wanted. Yeah, well, me too. And me too, you, I guess. Like the song goes, life's what happens while you're making other plans. Look, if you want to sleep in my bed sometimes, we can switch out, I guess. I guess I should have thought of that. Thanks. I appreciate it. Can I sleep with your wife sometimes? Joke! It's like, dude, come on!
I mean, they just fought and stuff. It's kind of like, okay.
Rick, what's happening? Is he all right? Unfortunately, his condition remains unchanged, but a temporal storm remains a storm, nevertheless. And as such, I have a mastery over it. I have drawn the cosmic forces into mine hammer. Jones is free. Well done, Sundra. I have no need for any thanks of thine, Thanos. Still, thou art welcome. Rick, are you okay? Oh, great. I'm old with one arm and still stuck with Marv. My life is a bad dream. But hey, I got you to wake up to. How was that?
That was.
We finally have the two come to blows.
Exactly. It's
long time coming.
To work. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You were starting to see the cracks. At first, it was how well they weren't really getting along. I wouldn't say so much as that. It was just coexisting, and then to finally it boiled over to them having conflict. It makes it a little bit more, not as easy. Not as easy.
Mm-hmm. And boy, I do feel bad. That rant from Rick, right?
Right.
He just wants a normal life.
Yeah, when you get thrust into something, it's kind of like, you need that breather. And so, yeah, it like I said, it boiled over.
Yep, and let's be honest, Marv, as he made a good point, he's not exactly like having the best side out of the deal either.
Right. It's
he doesn't even have a bed to sleep in, which he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'd be pissed off too.
I think I don't know how to truly um describe it, but it's something. It's just the fact that their lives are so now conjoined. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like I can't do what I want to do as an individual. We have to learn how to coexist, and it won't be easy. You know, when these
Mm-hmm.
are two separate entities, two separate personalities, two separate people, or
Yep. They're just stuck together.
mm-hmm.
I'm not at least when Rick was with his father, Rick was still on the younger side. He wasn't married or anything. He was still a teenager.
Right.
Here he's a grown man, now an old man.
It's a total difference.
Exactly. And again, I love how Thanos is handled here.
Yeah. I'm so shocked because, with Thanos out, again, I'm
You're
not
so used
really
to him being the straight-on villain.
right, especially with the MCU. So to to know more of, the comic iteration and to know that he's not so much as an anti-hero, nothing like that, but
No,
it's sort of just going
he's on his own
um
side.
right. It's pretty much teetering, or it's just I'm doing whatever I want to do. But it's
Exactly.
not just straight up villain like he was presented.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Sorry, on down my throat. Don't you hate when you have, like, in this case, I have a bit of pepperoni that's on the hard side going down my throat.
Oh no.
Don't you hate when it happens? Like something that normally would come down smooth, but because it was a little overcooked.
Yeah, I got you.
Anything eating, hon.
Hmm.
Come one, come all, this very night in the Castle of Comic, as spectacular as you have never witnessed, a giveaway of epic proportion. What's it gonna be, man? Fire just says we should be here by 11:30. How come? In suits, good sir. I have not the full detail. I have been merely assured of this, that this will be the mother of all events. And hear ye, come one, come all. Soon, I promise, soon, all will be prepared. The stars will be in alignment, the sacrifice in position. And once that happens, you will be free, and you will soar over the city, wreaking glorious havoc, and all will point to the skies in horror, and they will cry out in terror, "Look out! Here comes mother, the choo-choo into the tunnel!" No? Okay, here comes the great big airplane zooming in for a landing. Open the hangar. Rick, you might as well eat. She won't give up until you shut up and go away, the both of you. Get that garbage away from me, Marlo. Now, Rick, I want a burger, steak, meat. Honey, I know your teeth can't handle it. I made a dentist appointment for you for next month. Maybe then next month. Next month! I don't want to spend a month like this. Not a week. Not another stinking day. I'd be better off dead. Rick, you don't mean that. The hell I don't. I've been dead. It beats this. I've been dead too, in case you've forgotten. My God, what kind of life do we lead? Do we have any friends who haven't died at least once? Don't be ridiculous. Of course, there's no, wait. Okay, let's be fair about this. Let me think. There's no, wait. He died during the whole big thing. But there was, no, wait. She croaked on Halloween, came back on Arbor Day. Again, we don't even know who they're talking about, but you can just think of any hero or civilian.
Right.
Wait, I got it. There was. Oh, wait, does coming back from as a vampire count? Rick, you could be pitchy in here. Rick, where did you? Ah! And as I said before, this is him going back to Avengers Forever.
Okay.
So in other words, the whole point of this was for Peter David to take something that was already established. He made Rick look identical to that. So he can then say, they're done. I'm not beholden to it. Moving on. I love that.
Yeah.
He wanted to come all the way to, but that, you see what? That makes the whole death thing an excuse for this.
Very interesting and very thought out.
Yep. Also, we can then say, I am no longer beholden to that. I can move on.
Mm-hmm.
What just happened? I just got pulled into my past. That'll happen. People always forget that when they see future incarnation of themselves and into your past. Yep, big hoo-ha with the Avengers. Time thing with Kang. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing does. Rick, honey, I'm just trying to help like you helped me. Especially that time when I was practically in a coma and you did Eensy Weensy Spider with me for days. Rick, say something. Nothing to say. Gonna go home, take a nap. If I'm lucky, I won't wake up. Boss, I know how you told me this was Rick's great uncle. Me, I'm getting the feeling that you haven't been, well, totally truthful, you know? You got me cold, Alistair. That's Rick himself. An alien death god aged him and took one arm because an incarnation of death was hiding in me and he was trying to provoke her. He did too good of a job, though, and I annihilated him. Then another alien monster, a death lover named Thanos, tried to restore Rick to normal, but failed because, as it was explained to me, the death god bent time around Rick, sending him into his own future while keeping him in the present. Simultaneously, it formed a temporal flux barrier that no science can get through. So now death has left my body, but Rick is stuck with being old and depressed, and all he wants me to do is keep away from him because I think he hates me seeing him like this. Ah, so that's Rick's great uncle, huh? Yep, seems nice enough. Total sweetie. This is crazy. I can't just Rick, wait up! I just love that she tells him everything. He's like, oh, so yeah, this is his uncle. Yep, totally.
They're just acting like it's kind of a normal thing, you know, as crazy as it is.
It's like, again, oh no, Joe. What's the better place to hide? In plain sight.
Right.
Gone. Of course, I didn't hear any clang or explosion, so he probably didn't switch to Captain Marvel. Must have just grabbed a cab or something. This is so grossly unfair. I came through the whole Walker thing in one piece while poor Rick and Lorraine, my personal ghost, Walker blasted her into oblivion. Or whatever ghosts and wherever ghosts go. She drove me nuts, but blasted, I missed her. And which Lorraine was back. Laguana Beach. Hey, check it out. Hey, could you toss the ball back? Huh? Maybe she's one of them illegal aliens. Like she could have swum up from Mexico or something. Maybe she don't speak English good. Hey, por favor, the ball, okay? Oh, like you do. They can see me. They're talking to me. I'm alive. Live. And I'm going to do everything different. Be kind, be sweet. That's nice. Now give me the ball. Oh, I'm alive. Right in the balls.
Wow.
And she just said she's going to be kind and sweet.
Right.
And look at you like, woohoo. I mean, you do the same thing, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
If you came back to life,
yeah.
You'd be hopping for joy.
I definitely would be. Yes.
Anyone, especially a normal.
Yes.
Like, I want to die. Suicide risk is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It'll be all right. Didn't say I was going to commit suicide, Marv. Although that would solve a lot. And I swear, if I hear it, it'll be all right. One more time, I will jump, Rick. And look at me, Marv. I can't chew meat. I'm deaf in 1 year, and I'll probably be wearing dip ends before long. Rick, there are millions of elderly people with a fraction of your grit coping with the infirmities of age. At least they had lives leading up to becoming senior citizens, Marv. The only way I ever wanted to go from 0 to 110 was slamming down an accelerator, but preferably a Corvette. Not like this. Not like, oh man, I'm older than Captain America for crying out loud. Rick, I swear it's gonna be all right. Did you think I was bluffing? No, I meant to say I meant to say that it won't be all right. And so what's the point then? Rick, there's still time. Bang those bands and we can switch places with me here in the microverse. Rick, don't let this happen. Things will be better off, Marv. Trust me. Huh? And trust me. Unless you count the alleged times when I have failed you. No, blast it, Moondragon. Leave me alone. Had I done so, you would be dead right now. And the downside of that scenario is, Rick, from any other individual, I would understand this lapse of self-pity. I'm thrilled for your understanding, but considering all the things you've been through in your life, and you've beaten them all. But that's it, isn't it? Stay out of my head, Moondragon. I mean it. Stay out or all. You know what? Gum me to death. You found ways to beat cancer, paralysis, all manner of weaknesses. But old age? That's a different story. Even if you somehow manage to transform yourself back to elude old age's icy grip now, it awaits you in the future. You're staring into the abyss of something you can delay, but can never truly escape. And it frightens you. Like you're any different. Why'd you ditch the green bathing suit? Finally noticed the creeping cellulite? I won't even dignify that with a remark. Face it, Heather, you're putting the moon in Moondragon. If your butt gets any bigger, it's gonna start affecting the tide. Shut up! I hear the Census Bureau sent a guy to, hey, what are you doing? Bringing Captain Marvel here. Knock it off! I see the milk of human kindness hasn't ceased flowing through your veins, Heather. Did it occur to you that a switch with Rick might not be safe for him? If I'd been in deep space, he'd be dead right now. No, that didn't occur to me. Would you have done the same thing if it had occurred to you? Yes. I assumed that you were not in deep space. Else you'd have switched back by now. And at the moment, I don't especially care. I was being disrespectful, and he was being disrespectful and wallowing in self-pity. Two traits for which I have very little patience. And furthermore, I do not have an ounce of fat on me. Genis, is something wrong? I had visions while Thanos was trying to cure Rick of his old age, and you were in one of them. Really? What was I doing? You were fighting alongside me, for goodness and sake. Of course, he's lying because he doesn't want to say you were working for the Megas because she knows who the Megas is.
Okay.
Yep. You've been hanging around Jones too much. You forgot how to express yourself coherently. Why do we have her around again? Rick, I swear to you, I'll find a way to reverse what's happened to you. Yeah, whatever. So where in the microverse am I? You're in the royal gardens of the King Timhoep, ruler of the planet Quarn. I had the occasion to spend some quality time with one of his daughters, and she invited me to visit. Just, how quality was it? I mean, this guy's not going to be out to avenge his daughter's honor or something, is he? No, Rick, we're just good friends. Oh, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or disappointed in you. I love statements like that, don't you? I don't know whether to be relieved or disappointed.
I really like the comedic timing, whether it's intentional or unintentional. It's really cutting the tension, you know.
Yep, and he needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So what's the story, Heather? Come back to harass me some more about what I should be doing on Creolar? No, I'm here because I promised I would continue to help you hone your skills of cosmic awareness, and I have this odd tendency to keep my promises. I'm home just fine, thanks. I haven't been having the crazy vision in ages. I've got it all sorted out. Put the instrument aside. I have something important to tell you. The reason you haven't been plagued by your cosmic awareness being out of control is because I placed a psychic dampener on you. Took me a little time, but I managed it. What? What are you? I had no choice. Left unattended, you might have been driven mad by... mad? I'm mad right now! Grozet, Moondragon! Could have at least told me! If I had, you might have fought it, even at a subconscious level. That would have been problematic. I couldn't take the chance for your sake. Well, I don't want you in my head 24/7, okay? Take the dampeners out! No. I'm sorry. Did you say no? No. Sorry, boss. I just figured you should know about it. We figured right. You figured right, Alejandro. It's just that every time our competitor Comic Book Castle does some big PR stunt, we lose another 10% of our customer base. I'm not sure how much more of this we can take. A spectacular giveaway Saturday night? That's tonight. You know what? I'm gonna go. You are? But boss, won't this seem kind of like you're endorsing the competition? The competition's cleaning our clocks. With or without my endorsement, Al. I'll just... Whoa, what's with him? Looks like your pet doesn't want you to go, Marlo. Don't worry, Red. What's the worst that could happen? Your cerebral cortex could melt down. I don't care. You could be trapped in a state of permanent delusion. I don't care. Until you get these dampeners out of my head, I've got nothing to say to you. Well, you should care, Jen. I'm sorry, Captain Marvel. The point is, Captain, that you have to walk before you can run. And you stuck me in a baby walker without my knowledge. Yes, and I'm sorry. I'm not so sorry that you're going to pull it out, but not so sorry that you're going to pull it out of my head, right? That's correct. Yes. Grab that, Moon Dragon. You are the most aggravating female I've ever met. No, make that the most aggravating person. On behalf of my entire gender, I thank you for the broad-mindedness. Now, are you going to help me and let me help you or not? Are you giving me a choice here? No. Marv, just go along with her. Eat too, Rick? Gesundheit, Marv. I just want the two of you to stop bickering because I hear it all in my brain, and I get headaches a lot easier than I used to. All right, fine. Teach me. But I want these dampeners out of my head after you do. Of course. One doesn't continue with training wheels when none knows how to ride a bicycle. With each step you take, I will roll back the dampeners more and more until eventually you have no need for them at all. Now, visualize in your mind something vast, expanding, unending, like her butt, like the depths of space ice, open, empty, like the space between her ears. Rick, you're not helping. Ignore Jones and its doubtlessly infantile comment. You must pick and choose the visions you will see. How do I do that? You must look both inward and outward simultaneously. In time, you will do so instinctively. To start out, however, it'd be best for you to concentrate on that which is most important. Personally, pick something that matters to you and build from there. Something that matters. Something that matters. My God, I've never seen anything like this. I didn't think there was this many comic fans in the entire Los Angeles region. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And you know, boss, this punch ain't bad either. I haven't tried it yet. Out of my way. I think I see Len Wein. Dove! Well, I guess I'm not drinking any at this rate. Hey, at least you got one of the cool comic book castle souvenir pocket knife. I suppose, although that doesn't quite seem, and I don't know, all that big as giveaways go. I mean, greetings, my friends. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the owner of the store. My name is Merlin. That's right, the Merlin. Merlin, spawn of darkness, nemesis of the Fae and Fae, mentor to Arthur Pendragon. In short, the greatest sorcerer in the history of civilization. And for some time before that. Al, maybe we should get out of here. Why? It's just some lame magic act. I don't think so. When you've been around genuine super folks as much as I am, you start to get a nose for these things. I think this guy's legit, and maybe we better bail before. Do a trick! Very well. I think you'll like this one. I want all of you, very slowly, to open your pocket knife. Once you've done that, I want you to cut your hands and bleed down to the floor. Huh? Yuck. Do you believe what this guy is? Alex, have you got nuts? Cut my hand, then bleed on the floor. Al, look at me. Speak to me, Al. You, magic boy. It was the drink, wasn't it? There was something in the drink. Clever girl. And you obviously didn't partake in it. Even cleverer. A handy beverage, I'll allow. But through it, I have achieved my goal. That which I desire all this time. The blood of 100 virgins. Ah! You get why I'm groaning, right?
The awkwardness.
So what, comic book? Is he playing up the joke that all comic book fans are virgins? Wait, virgins, simultaneously spilled in the city of angels, as it was written, this place, this time, right down to this very minute, and my incantations, my spells are even in place, and even now are being activated. Wait, I don't get this. I mean, you founded a comic book store into all that work just for this? Just so you can gather 100 virgins? My dear girl, I had no choice. I had to find 100 virgins in one place. Need I remind you, we're talking about Los Angeles on the weekend. Where else but a comic book store could you find a huge gathering of virgins on a Saturday night? At a Star Trek convention? All right, point taken. That would have been less work. And wow. Peter David has written for Star Trek.
Well, that is basically 2 birds, 1 stone type thing.
And again, love Chris Cross's facial still.
Yes.
Imagine that, like, all right, point taken. You're like, all right. That tells you that, like, okay, point taken.
Right.
I love when people make a statement like that, like, all right, good point. Well, what's happening? Oh, that's quite simple, really. I have fulfilled the necessary requirement to work the Genis-Vell and free it. Well, at least he didn't need them dead. He just needed them to spill some blood.
Well, yeah, that's better than being dead.
And free what? Tell me, child. Have you ever heard of Grendel, the dragon man-beast slain by Beowulf? At least according to a tale. I think so. Excellent. That being in the case, I'd like you to meet Grendel's mother. She's staying for dinner. I hope you are too. Oh, crap. Of course, even as a monster, it has to have boobs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a little... Like,
it's a
really?
little much. You're right, it's a little much, but it is what it is.
But yeah, these are pretty dense ones, more than usual, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Well, what do you think of that one?
It's still the flow of the story, and it's very entertaining. You know, you got a lot of character work, and as I said, the comedy is hitting where it needs to be.
And again, if you notice, we're getting multiple plot story beats, but they're all intersecting and moving at different paces. Like we're dealing with the comic castle.
Right.
And it's like one of the kids where like, I would never expected that.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you hear a comic version, it's just like, I gotta say, that may have worked better in the 90s.
Yeah.
Nowadays, not so much.
Because of the sensitivity, you know, it's some jokes.
Well, not even the sensitivity. It's just the notion of like, you can't really make that joke now because there's probably people who are in the comics who aren't virgins.
Well, yeah, of course. But it's still, you know, it's still that joke period is kind of like it's of the time.
It is. I mean, it made sense. And I did love then the other bunch, like a Star Trek convention.
Right.
For days, his frustration has been building, even as his wings have been, against all odds, healing. He knows that the plan of his foe has come to fruition. He knows that the woman who saved him, Marlowe, has wandered into the middle of a situation she cannot comprehend. He knows that he must help her, that he must break free of his gilded cage. And he knows, above all else, that a true hero may sometimes be down, but never out. Wham! A belief he adheres to right up until the moment when he's knocked out. he's still in a bird form. Wham! Meantime, well, have you anything to say to greet the mother of the first monster of literature, Grendel's mother herself? As you see, the reports of her death were exaggerated a bit. She was said to have been slain because it made a better story. Was she attacked? Yes, with a sword that was in fact the legendary Excalibur, wielded by Beowulf before it found its way into the hands of Arthur Pendragon. But the truth is that she was merely driven back, imprisoned in a floating underground prison that worked its way from Scandinavia to here. Tremble, creatures, tremble before the bane of Beowulf. Oh, okay, hold on. Who the heck is Beowulf? I think he was the little furry dude from the Song of the South cartoon. Now, wait, and wasn't that, wasn't that like Briar Wolf? Like, who's afraid of Briar Wolf? Oh, right. And Briar was short for a brother, I think. I'm not getting this. She fought a cartoon wolf? I beg to differ. It was a fox. Briar Fox. There was no wolf in the cartoon. You're confusing that with the Three Little Pigs. Are you sure? I think he's right, dude. Okay, I'm totally lost. How did the wolf... Are you all stupid, ignorant, mentally deficient in some way? Beowulf is an epic poem of a great Scandinavian warrior. It's centuries old. Don't they teach you anything in school, or do you simply pay no attention? My apologies, madam. When you consume them, I fear they will be little more than empty calories. Your visage has changed. Why? I adapt to my surroundings, mage. Many are the talents of she who battled Beowulf, son of Igasau, champion of Geats. These creatures do not run. Do they not fear me? They do, but my sorcery prevents their departure. It has been long since I devoured prey. Should I sup on one, do you think? Honestly, I believe you'll find it difficult to stop with just one. Very well, I shall start with this one. You'll be sorry if you do, as will I. Indeed. Why do you say that? Because they are heroes protecting this town. Yes, there are. and there are heroes, and they take a dim view of monsters eating people. In fact, I happen to know one personally, and he has the knack for arriving just in time, in the nick of time. In fact, he's cosmically aware. He knows what's going on everywhere. Why, even at this moment, he's hurtling across the sky of Los Angeles, coming to kick your butt. And he'll be here any second. Okay, I will say this, though. This makes more sense about that. This form makes more sense, her having the female figure, than here.
Right.
Still like the form.
It's much better, a little bit,
Yep. I don't understand, Moondragon. You said I should be able to control my cosmic awareness, that I should reach out into something important. So I concentrate on Marlowe. And you sense the castle? Yes. And Excalibur? Yes. And great danger? Yes. Captain, not that I want to question your efforts, but I'm sensing a great deal of cosmic level jeopardy here in Las Vegas. I'm not in here in Las Vegas. These are my. Rick, can you hear me? I think Marlowe may be in danger. Yeah, so? So, Rick, what if she's hurt? What if she dies? Everyone dies, Marv. Everything too, sooner or later. Doesn't really matter, does it? Rick, you can't seriously be sitting there in the microverse saying that you don't care what happens to Marlowe. Sure, I care. I just don't get worked up over it. That's all. Dies now, dies later, dies eventually. Dead is dead. Comes to all of us. Cross it, Rick. Snap out of it. You can't just stop telling me what I can and can't do, Marv. I'm no one's psychic anymore. I'm older than all of them put together. And Comics Castle. And what kind of warrior are you, Jones? Where you're fighting hard? Where's your Comics Castle? This is a place that opened up in direct competition with Marlowe. Probably something evil going on there. Back in LA, while we're way out here. Come on, Marvel, watch it. You almost yanked my arm out of the socket. Good. Oh man, poor Rick. Don't you feel bad for him?
Well, yeah. He's trying and he just keeps getting knocked down. But as the MC,
I get down, but I get up again. But now we're about to get a bit of deconstruction of the whole death and resurrection and why it doesn't always work for the civilians. I can't believe this intercom is still broken. Come on. I'm warning you. Got a gun and I'm not afraid to. Holy mother of God. Hey, Carmen, how's it going? I don't have my keys or wallet or money or anything. I had to slip here to Hollywood all the way from Laguna Beach. And so could you just, let me up to my apartment so I can... You're dead! You're dead! You're a zombie or something! You're not going to suck my brains, and zombie! Eat! And die! Are you nuts, Carmine? It's me, Lorraine! Give me that! I'm not a zombie, you idiot! I'm alive! Unless you have your way, that is. How can you look at me standing right here and say I'm dead? Because I went to your funeral. I saw them cremate you. I helped spread your ashes. Oh, well, I guess that would do it all right. Yeah, it's all you can't go back home again. Especially since she's been dead for months.
Yeah, the reality of mortality.
And again, normal humans are not used as someone just popping up resurrected, despite the joke that Rick and Marlowe made earlier.
Right.
And if you notice, she's actually emptying out all the shells, like ching, 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 ching. You notice that?
Mm-hmm.
She wants to make sure he doesn't shoot again. I like that. They don't even have a sound effect, but you can see it like she's, emptying the all the rounds.
It literally gives you the visual effect.
Yeah. Yep. Eddie beat it now. He's gonna be right along. Oh, this is idiocy. Consume the fool and be done with it. I thank you, wizard, not to address me in that manner. I am not your lackey to be ordered about. Oh, I bet he thinks you are. He wants something. Guys like him, they'd have no reason to help someone like you if something weren't in it for them. She speaks truly. The desires of wizards are never what they seem. I am no fool, mate. I am the one who slew Arashar, chief warrior of Horthagar, brother of Yurmdiloth. I know my business. I do not, however, know yours. You must want something. Out with it! Very well. Truth then. Beowulf's last and most formidable foe was a dragon with a lair of great riches, including a goblet it zealously guarded. The goblet, my dear ogress, was the Holy Grail, but not all my magics have been able to uncover its whereabouts. Once you have consumed your field here, I would have you lead me to it. I know the dragon of you speak, and you know of the location of the lair. Yes, and you will take me? No! What? You magicians are all alike. You think you can summon up what and whomever you choose, and we'll be so grateful for the attention that we'll dance to whatever strings you pull. I am the mother of the monster, so fearsome I have not even my own name, so that none have power over me, and least of all a tricked-up conjurer such as yourself. Ingrate, foolish creature! You have no idea of whom you're dealing! Quick, everybody, get out of here while he's distracted! Al, where are you? No one leaves this comic book shop. I have worked too hard, labored too long, slogged through too many diamond previews to give up this easily. Now will come a time of reckoning. Like you, how did you shake off my transformation spell? No matter. There's more where that came from. A very adept deflection that would impress me. Where I have a mind to be impressed. That's got to be it. Let's hope for once that Marlo isn't in the middle of it. Stay still. You only prolong the inevitable. Only my own magics should be able to penetrate the protective ward. What is? Interesting form of energy you're tossing around there, fella. But energy, light, it's all the same to me. All capable of being manipulated. So why not just give up and am I supposed to be impressed by your cosmic complexion, your energy manipulation? Idiot. I will power dating back in millennia. Yeah, mine goes back to forces unleashed during the Big Bang. So what's your point? Hurry, get clear. Everyone out. We don't want anyone to get hurt. Your concerns are laudable. This is simply a temporary setback. I'll harness the creature to my will, and you cannot hope to stop me. Fortunately enough, I brought friends. Get 'em, boys! What sort of absurd trick do you? By the horns of Etrigan! And so, let's see what type of world into which I have been brought, the sort of moral decay into which has spiraled while by the rings of Helldrak. It's beautiful! Special midnight premiere. You gotta love vampire movies. So, will you look at you. Sweetheart, tell me you don't have an agent. What? Just what I wanted to hear, sweetheart. Yours could be the biggest discovery since Lana Turner decided to grab a shake at Schwab. And I mean biggest in every sense of the word. Do not ask what you can do for me. What can I and Mordecai P. Boggs can do for you? I hunger for stardom, for fame, for your place in the sun, sweetheart. I can give that all to you, and Tinseltown will be yours. All mine? All of it. If you listen to my career advice, you'll have fans by the millions, people throwing themselves at you. You'll have them eating out of the palm of your hand. And I can also eat out of the palm of my hand? Absolutely. This is Hollywood. Big stars can do anything. They're above the law, except for that one drug schmeal. But other than that, the sky's the limit. Tell me more. Oh, dear. Okay, that is so Marvel. That is so Marvel to have this ancient creature actually be taken in by Hollywood.
Wow.
And the fact that this guy just doesn't seem to care.
It seemed like a lot of people within this run. It seems like the craziness is very normal, unless it's like very dramatic. But other than that, it's like, okay, it is.
He just sees big woman with a curvy bod.
Yes.
He doesn't care if it's all monstrous. It's curves.
Right.
An illusion. Beings of light you think to trick me with such an obvious? Actually, I kind of do. I have him, Captain. A simple sidebar should be enough to put an end to this charlatan's tricks. Charlatan, you dare? You think that Merlin Damon spawn can be dispatched as easily as that? Foolish mortal, you shall learn the error of your ways, yada, yada, yada. Been there, heard that, don't care. Bounce it off. Bounce what off? It's how these guys always get nailed. And goes all the way back to Perseus and the Gorgon. They toss a spell, it ricochets back at them off of a reflective surface, and bam, end of story. That's an excellent idea with one small problem. Where am I going to find a reflective? Oh, if Wonder Woman can do it, you can do it. He's good and stoked. He'll probably unleash a corker right about now. Now we end this. Way to deflect them away from the bad guy, Marv. no! Don't, let me guess. You meant to turn that into a 4-cushion shot. Of course. Uh-huh. So who are you? Beats me, man. What? Al? What the hell did you think you were doing? Saw the armor standing there like a display. Figured, hey, if I'm gonna go out, might as well go out a superhero. It's all well and good. Now that Merlin's spell on me has been broken, however, I managed to make my way over here without being spotted by police. Might I have my armor back, please? Hey guys, check this out. Ain't that scary monster chick? Yeah, it is. And even scarier, that Spogs, my own agent. And I'm proud to announce that Big Mother has already signed a 5-year contract with FWW. And it is my firm conviction that she will change the face of wrestling when it comes to her opponent. I'll eat them alive. You heard it here first, folks. So this is a happy ending. It's an ending, and I'm happy about it. Close enough. But we never did figure out what happened to Merlin. Supervillains' fates and fates are like the military sometimes, Mar. Don't ask, don't tell. So she went into wrestling. Well, that's one way to deal with it.
Right.
I'm gonna see if she ever pops up again. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if she's popped up. If she's popped up again. It would be number 21. So, because I'm just curious. Oh, she actually does stick around. Huh.
Interesting. Okay.
She actually does stick around and gets killed off by Scream. But yeah, she actually sticks around.
Cool. That's interesting. So I'll enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, so apparently that actually, they bring her back to kill her off.
Well.
Oh, no, I take it back. She did come back once or twice before.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, after Absolute Carnage, she gets killed off.
Course.
Apparently, she accidentally severed her own head. And then warning her Nola was coming.
What? That is...
Yep.
That is something.
Mm-hmm. That seems a little weird. I think they tapped into her because of her being Beowulf's mother.
Mm-hmm.
So I do find that interesting, at least. But yeah, we don't see her anymore in this title.
That's interesting.
Yep, we still got 5 more issues to go. So I told you it's going to be a longer one.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad, please, will you, for crying out loud, accept this call? This is the 10th collect call Dad, St. Kevin's finding is this the young woman who keeps trying to call me, claiming she's my daughter? It is your daughter, Dad. It's Lorraine. I don't know what kind of sick joke this is, but my daughter is dead. But I'm not dead. I mean, I was, but I'm not. You should be ashamed of yourself. Daddy, just listen. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm back. But I'm in trouble. My apartment was rented to someone else. My stuff got sold off. I just want to come home, but I got no money to get the Phoenix. I need. Oh, so that's what this is. And now you ask for my credit card number, right? That's the scut and the scam, you piece of. Daddy, please, I can prove with me. I know. I was fat when I was little, and you called me your little melon ball. And my 3rd grade teacher was Mrs. Forrest Howler, and she said she wouldn't be allowed, and that we wouldn't be allowed to graduate unless we could spell her name. And I played goalie in high school soccer until I broke my leg, and I still have a slight limp. And when I was 15, I walked in on you and Mom while you were, doing it, and I was in therapy before. Listen to me. Listen carefully. You're probably one of Lorraine's 6 showbiz pals having a twisted joke. My daughter was murdered, and what you're doing, Mom on chill. What you're doing is cruel, pointless, and heartless. I accepted the call, all right? You've had your perverted giggles and cost me money. Now, please, for the love of God, let us mourn in peace. God, how could this get any worse? Wonderful. Pretty be sure not to ask any questions like, dude, where's my... But see what I mean, though, about deconstructing it?
Right. I mean, all of that, the
Of course,
memories and
collect
stuff.
call. You know there's people now like, collect call. What's that?
Right. All of the memories and stuff being told and not being believed, and that's where the emotion comes from, and the
Mm-hmm.
drama, the deep construction, as you said. So yeah, it's very interesting.
That dude, where's my Cree? I couldn't be everywhere. Not even I could be everywhere. If only, mommy, no, please, no. I may be invulnerable, but you're not. But you can be a hero. By always remember to buckle up, because accidents happen faster than a speeding bullet. And cut, print, and takes 1 and 5. If the gate's clean, that's a wrap. That's a speeding bullet. What's that about? Just dialogue, no biggie. And it was so nice of you to agree to do this public service commercial, Captain. No reason not to, Marlo. It's a sound message. It helps your career so much the better. Seth, beautiful kid, and job, kid. You're a total pro. Yeah, whatever, right? Whatever. My career, that's a laugh. I'm still smarting over being told I look too old to play the wife of a superhero in a movie. Frank, hi, it's me. So does Spielberg come back with a counteroffer? What? That's an insult, Frank. These are my prime years. Zits and my voice changer aren't that far off. The time is to make money is now. The funny thing is, Peter David has dealt with kid actors before. He worked on Space Cases. You remember that cartoon? You remember that TV show on Nickelodeon?
No.
Oh, wait. Before your time, I bet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot how old I am and how young you are.
It's all right.
I'm the old man here.
It's all right.
I feel like Rick now.
No, it's
You knew that was coming up at some point. You knew that was going to come up at some point.
Yeah, I did.
And gate's clean. That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all. So you and Rick have plans for this evening? No, but you're welcome to join us for, right, you and Rick, molecular bondage, trading places, into and out of the microverse when you clang the bands. Don't know how I forgot. Wishful thinking, maybe. It's just that, what? Look, I know Rick's been through a lot. A death god shattering his arm in bits and then aging him so that he's older than Meshulah. Who? Some old guy who's older than old guys should be. The point is, he's always distant. Even when he's not in the microverse, he might as well be, considering how close he lets me get. Rick knows some of the greatest minds on the planet. Why has he sought them out for help? Pride. Nothing but stupid pride. When he couldn't walk or needed any kind of help, he'd go to Reed or Tony Stark or somebody. If you ask me, nah, forget it. What? Don't leave me there. If we ask you, I think he's ashamed to let himself be seen so old, so weak. He won't let me love him. Won't let anyone see him. Rick's never been like this, Captain. It's like he just wants to curl up and die. Like, Better sleep on the bench. In the garden. I think fuzzy. Hard to remember. Huh? Great. Fall asleep in the microverse. Wake up in a John Norman novel. So, what's your deal? If it pleases you, wise one, I am Lilia's daughter of King Timhu of the world of Quan. The Marvel captain has told us of you. My sister's here, and I found you asleep in our father's garden. We thought you would be more comfortable here than on a stone bench, wise one. Yeah, comfy, cozy. Thanks. How come you keep calling me wise one? What makes me so wise? Why, because of your age. One who has lived as long as you must have great wisdom. We revere our aged here on Quarn, and you may well be the most aged man we have ever met. Swell. Looks like and thanks. Look, just point me out of this loony bin, all right? Would you like to pleasure yourself with me? Huh? Or with one of my sisters, if another suits your fancy. For that matter, the males are also available if that's your preference. Is that so? Oh, yes. The aged are also known to be very knowledgeable in the ways of love, And we, being young and inexperienced, are most anxious to learn. Excuse me a moment, won't you? I need a minute to think. As you wish, wise one. Just a moment. Like I said, Marco! Rick, I see your way. Where the hell am I? There hasn't been this many young women lusting after wrinkly guys since Hugh Hefner double dated with Michelle and Michael Douglas. Yes, the Quarians have some interesting philosophies. You put them up to this, didn't you? Didn't you? Rick, you're a married man. I would never try to compromise your devotion to Marlo. On the other hand, you must admit the attention is flattering. It's embarrassing and humiliating. Wait a minute. That was Mount Rushmore you passed. Where are you going? New York? I thought perhaps Reacher might be able to. No! Don't you dare! Rick, I was just trying to. I know what you're trying to do. Forget it. No way. Yes, wise one. Whatever you say, wise one. We are leaving, wise one. It is forgotten, wise one. The way shall be no, wise one. I don't understand, Rick. It's not for you to understand, Marv. It's what I want. That's all. What you want, as near as I could tell, Rick, what you want is to feel sorry for yourself. Reed Richards may be able to. Don't you get it? I'm sick of running to super guys to solve my problem. To Reed and Tony when I was crippled, and Dr. Strange when Marla was dead, and I'm tired, that's all. Tired of always going to the guys who are better than me, smarter than me, more super than me, with my hat in hand, saying, help me, look what I got myself into. I don't understand. What's not to understand? Well, for one thing, you don't wear a hat, much less carry one. You got me there, Marv. No hat. Nothing slips past you. Rick, Marlo thinks that you're ashamed somehow, that she's crazy. Rick, am I your friend? Yeah, I guess you are. At this point, you're the only one I can stand. Then speak to me. Hey, just what? I just don't want anyone on Earth, especially the big brains, seeing me like this. That's all. Because even if somehow I get cured, always remember how pathetic I was. Rick, age is nothing to be feared or ashamed of. It's as natural as, Marv, if you are my friend, then shut up. Okay? Just shut up. I'm really getting into this.
Wow.
I'm sorry, just the writing here just brings it out.
Yes, it does.
I mean, especially that moment.
Yeah.
And here, oh boy, again, the comedy, right? It's subtle. This is more subtle with the comedy.
Right. It's subtle. It's giving the dramedy. I would say it's very much.
And yet it's still hilarious too. You're like, oh Lord.
Right.
And I'm going, you put me up this. No way. Why would I risk your thing with Marlo? But you wouldn't put past Marv either.
Right.
And then of course, like, yes, white one. And the answer shall be no. Yeah, what are you? Hey, Sue, don't panic and don't. Sue, you're my best friend. I figure I can count on you not to. Sue, calm down, breathe. You're not breathing, honey. I know. I'm dead. I mean, I was, and this back from the dead thing, it's freaky stuff. You mourned, you made peace, you moved on, and this is creeping you out. But I swear there's an explanation. I don't know what it is, but no, Sue, don't pass out, don't drink. Oh, wonderful. I get shot at, rained on, hung up on. Superheroes come back from the dead. Nobody blinks. Normal person shows up and her family and friends act like, oh my God. My God, what's the number for 911? Oh, right, 911. 911, please state the nature of your emergency. There's blood. She's bleeding. She fell and hit her head. She hit her head on an ambulance. She needs an ambulance. What's your address? 2780 Fairfax. Marv, what are you doing? Your turn to shut up, Rick. I'm vectoring. What? Focusing on one particular star, tracking into the light to use it as a guide, preparing to accelerate beyond its speed. After all, the light took 30 years or so to get here. If I didn't make adjustments and instead track the light back to its source, I might wind up in the past, which is an interesting series. Marv, what are you babbling about? I'm going to take a chance on your behalf, Rick. Concerned about big brains on Earth? Fine. So I'm going to look for help from the biggest brain I know of, who's off Earth. Marv, no, you can't mean. And yes, Rick, I'm going to the Kree homeworld and ask help of the Intelligence Supreme. But don't worry, Rick. I know what I'm doing. Whoops! Whoopsie!
Oh.
Bye-bye, Washington.
Wow.
Welcome, everyone, to Golden Orange's first annual Gorgeous Women in Skimpy Comic Book Costume Contest. Yeah, right on. Woohoo! I'm your host, Al, and we're having this contest to encourage as many enthusiastic female fans to show us what bad girls they can be. We like to thank the fine folks from Marvel Comics for sponsoring the refreshment and sending us the 3 boxes of Ultimate Night Nurse for giveaway purposes. And now, without further ado, or even adone, let's have these bad girls contestants. Bad girls? Ladies? Anyone? Bueller. Sounds like the costume is going belly up. Well, I warned him. Then again, why should anyone listen to me? I can't keep a husband or a friend or a ghost friend or even a dumb bird. I kept blaming Rick for all the weirdness in my life. But heck, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the weirdness magnet. I just wish I had a friend or two to talk to. Yoo-hoo! And here she is, our first contestant. Step aside, idiots. I am here to see Marlo Chandler, not pander to your adolescent. Woo, baby got back. Of course I have a back. What are you talking about? On second thought, forget I asked. Goes back to her the big butt line. Marlo, the one woman who would understand my situation. The woman who wouldn't scream or faint or point a gun at me just because I'm back from the dead. The woman who might end up being my best, truest friend. The woman who got me killed in the first place. She's a jinx. I know it. Forget it. I'm putting as much distance between myself and Marlo Chandler as possible. Got my neck slashed once this time. This time I'm keeping it in one piece. This is crazy, Marv. So you keep telling me. I'm still going to the Kree homeworld, Rick. I'm going to Hala to seek out the help of the Intelligence Supreme. What is with you people? Your homeworld's named after Jewish bread, and your leader sounds like a dessert off of the Applebee's menu? What do you have, a cosmic food fixation? This is odd. What is? We're well within Kree space. You think we'd be challenged by now, but there's nothing. The word trap spring to mind? We'll find out soon enough. What in the? Now what? Huh? Wait, who are those guys? Dude, where's my Kree? Oh, whoa! Well, there's one of them. Well. The Terran saying is true, it seems. Prodigal son to have a habit of returning. Greetings, Genis-Vell. Oh, wait, I seem to recall you prefer the sub-Kree Captain Marvel these days. I also prefer being greeted with a hearty handshake or a box of candy instead of a blast from a Cosmo rod, so your concerns about my preference seem a bit selective. What happened here, Ronan? You're the supreme high accuser of the Kree Empire. Why have you thrown in with these invaders? Invaders? Ha 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 ha! Captain, how would you like to meet the ruler? The rule are the Kree. Say what? For eons, the Kree stood at an evolutionary dead end, and then the Intelligence Supreme developed a way around it. The rule are the next stage in Kree evolution, and as such, we are presently at war with several star-spanning races, including the Shi'ar. We are expanding our empire once more, returning ourselves to the greatness that we deserve. You, however, present a problem, Captain. We are going to come after you, but you've saved us the trouble. Captain Marvel, I accuse you of being out of date, of being a festering relic and unpleasant memory. A mere half-Kree, you may be what you symbolize is a full-blooded embarrassment. We shall have to do something about that, for that is the rule of law, and the law of rule. Rule of thumb! Oh, and look who's back! I told you we'd be getting back to her. Captain Marvel, desperately seeking the aid of the Kree's Intelligence Supreme in a bid to reverse Rick Jones' condition of extreme age, finds himself confronting not the Kree, but their evolutionary advanced incarnation, calling themselves the Rule, thus thrusting our hero into a situation so complex, so grave, that we actually needed captains bereft of jokes just to get you up to speed. Captain Marvel, I accuse you of being out of date, of being a festering relic, an unpleasant memory, a mere half-Kree. Oh, we go through all that. Sorry, Ronan, you never managed to get the better of my father, Captain Marvel, and I'll be damned if I let you get the better of me. If things get any more convoluted, we're bringing in Kurt Busiek and George Perez to sort it out. Meanwhile, you're stuck with Peter David, Chris Cross. And of course, Busiek and Perez were working in Avengers by this point. We're still on Avengers, I should say. Well, Rick, any words of wisdom? I did come here for you after all. What's the matter, Rick? Duck got your tongue? Cat, not duck. I didn't tell you to do this, Marv. I told you to forget it. Forget about me, okay? Cut your losses, bail, and leave me here in the microverse to rot. Have Earth, have Marlo, have my life. I wasn't doing all that much with it anyway. Rick, there's no time to feel sorry for yourself. Rick, will you please? All right, fine, be that way. I'll do it myself. Like father, like son. And both dead men. Since you are the only half-breed and half-bred Cree in existence, the only impure specimen of our race. At first, I thought we'd simply atomize you. Now, however, I think we should have you stuffed and mounted in a museum, a perpetual reminder of what once were and must never become again. Remember, this is the guy from Guardians, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You remember? Yeah, that was that bad guy from that. Your rage would be used by adult rule to frighten children into going to sleep. Or perhaps I will put you in my private collection, a simple loan, and simply loan you out to certain holidays. But this is madness. Where did he go? You never appreciate the kind of warrior you had, and you never appreciate the kind of warrior you had in my father when he was alive. So naturally, you can't be expected to hold my abilities in any sort of esteem. Oh, on that, Captain, we can be readily agreed. Oh, stuck, Captain, allow me. Grazed. Come on, Jen, let's get it together. Let this overgrown Billy know just who the boss is. I believe I already know, but I appreciate the kind offer. I swear, Mr. Straczynski, Spider-Man sales are great. You've turned the book around. That's nice to hear. And Straczynski, same to you. No, the name is Straczynski. Right. That's what I said, Skaminski. Oh, look, it's JMS. It's JMS.
Oh,
It's a cameo.
Yes.
And remember, in Marvel Comics, the comics actually do come out. Forget it. Okie dokie. Al, have you been tormenting the pros again? Me, Marlo? Never. If you have been, knock it off. Fine. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Nebraska? For the last time, it's Nicieza, you idiot. Who's this? And remember Fabian's, who we did a couple issues back. Disgusting. What is this? This tripe that passes for entertainment, objectifying women, reducing them to the sum of their parts. And you, a woman, run a store that supplies such trash to impressionable young minds. How do you sleep at night? On my back and in the nude, if you must know. Is that why you come to my store, Moondragon? To stand in judgment? To be snooty? No. Why? And well then, why? Because I have no place to live and I'm hoping I can stay with you for a time. What was that? I said I have no place to live and I was hoping I could stay with you for a time. Gods of Titan, give me strength. Oh boy, last time my head hurt like this, I woke up and found I was ricocheting up and down my own timeline. You needn't worry this time about that, and certainly not about me. What? By the Pama. Unarai, god of my late father's greatest enemy, Yonrod, who in turn killed a woman my father loved. Obviously, you're multilingual. You speak fluent exposition. Instead of telling me what's already been, why not just tell me everything that's going to happen and we call it a day? Stay right there where you are. I haven't forgotten the way you try to suck me dry of my life force. How nice for you. And I haven't forgotten the way you sprang to my defense when the hounds came for me and dragged me back to Hala, kicking and screaming. It was no more than you deserve for being a woman. No, for being a homicidal nut. This was nothing to do with gender. You tried to kill me and every other female Cree who had her pleasure centers neutered because Cree men consider them a threat. Is that acceptable to you? Or do you only think about what happens here when it's something that can benefit you personally? As it so happens, I am not here for me. I'm here for someone else, to help a Terran friend. Because of course, you have gobs of Terran blood in your veins. Oh wait, that's right, you don't. But naturally, you care about anyone else except your own kind. As a matter of fact, as a member of your species is so quick to remind me, I don't have an own kind. Join the club. At least you have your brother. My brother, the one who laughed at me and told me how he never much cared for me as I was hauled away to be psychically mutilated. That brother? Yeah, that would be the one. Did they do it? The psychic thing, I mean. What do you care? I just do. He just does. Isn't that so sweet? Just tell me, okay? And you'll believe me if I do? I guess so. He guesses so. Stop saying he like I'm not here. Like you're talking about me to someone else in my absence. Okay, fine. I'll believe you, all right? Well, they've eliminated that part of me that you found so appalling. The ability to get a men to love me so much that I drained them of its essence. But they're not done with me. That was the first stage. With someone as advanced as I, it has to be done in stages. You see, lest I be totally brain fried, I still retain the ability to enjoy pleasure, to be sexually dominant, and that was going to be the next to go. Except now it's moot, because the Intelligence Supreme evolved the creed to their new and improved form. So you're saying what? That rural females aren't being subjugated to these operations? No, they're not. Well, that's good then, isn't it? It's eliminated at a genetic level. Rural males enjoy physical pleasure. Rural females don't, but don't care that they don't. Like one born blind, you cannot miss what you never experienced. I'm the last female born on this world who will ever know or care. And once I'm treated, remade as a rule, I won't care either. Thus, am I punished for who or what I am? I hope you're happy. Excuse me, miss? It's none of my business. But I have to say, you don't look very happy. You're right. It's none of your business. May I sit here? Free country. So, as I was saying, I heard you the first time. If you must know, I don't have a whole lot to be happy about right now. Oh, well, that's not true. Okay, I'm not going to reveal what it is yet, but I'll tell you this. If you read Hulk like I did, you'd be like, oh, crap.
Really?
It's a case where if you read the Hulk, you would know exactly who this is right away and be like, oh, shit.
Oh. Will I still be surprised?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's a case where if you don't know what it is, then yeah, you'll be caught off guard.
Okay, cool.
It isn't, lady. I've got no ID, no identification, no life. The only money I had at all, I swiped from a friend while she was unconscious, and I'm the one who made her pass out. Oh dear. You bet your life, oh dear. And I used it to buy me a bus ticket to Phoenix so I could see my folks. Except now the bus broke down here in the middle of freaking nowhere, and Lord knows when the replacement will be here. Life stinks. Oh, now it's not all as bad and as bad as all of that. You have your health, right? I said, right? Well, kind of. Plus the bus makes me puke every 20 minutes. I wish I could have taken a plane, but they require photo ID. And I haven't got any. Besides, it was too expensive. Train was pricey also, and I couldn't rent a car without a driver's license and charge card. Honey, this is all easily solved. As luck would have it, I'm heading right to Phoenix. I could give you a lift. My car's right outside. Are you kidding me? Not at all. Oh my God, lady, you are a lifesaver. Call me Jackie. Jackie, I'm Lorraine, and it's great to meet you. You are doing me a huge favor. Oh, not at all. This will be fine. 2 women, a car, lots of road. We'll be like Selma and Louise. Hopefully not, and not just like them, considering they die. Well, of course we won't die. Oh, good. The one time was enough. Pardon? Don't ask. All right. I've had enough of this. We're leaving. Oh, are we? Do you truly think they haven't placed you in a cell that can withstand your power? They obviously don't take my power very seriously. Considering they left me my wristband, they're going to be proving a very grave mistake. Stop! You're going to get us both killed. Oof! Well, that was certainly embarrassing. The field around the wall increases the strength of the power. You turn against it and doubles it. So it's okay. I've got a backup plan. Get under me. Pardon? You heard me. Come on. Let's go and go down here. Why, Captain, this is so sudden. No flowers, no candy. Will you, for Christ's sake, just lay down on the floor and let me get on top of you? Oh, very well. Oh, most commanding of presents. So, come here often? Shut up. I'm concentrating. Not much for relaxing and going with the moment, are you? Okay, keep your fingers crossed that I can maintain the shield even under the pounding it's going to take, or this is going to hurt something fierce. Wait, what do you do? And what do you think you're? Hold on! Jam! I'm back! Get back! He's overloading the containment grid! Fall back before. Woo! Was it good for you too? Hey, come on! I'm done playing around with lessers. We're heading straight for the top. You mean the Intelligence Supreme? But how will you find him? I'm cosmically aware, Rog. I'm not a complete waste of space. Supreme and Supremer, Genis-Vell has broken free. Of course she has. Had the prison held him, I would have been sorely disappointed. I wish to measure not only his power limits, but his ingenuity. But you are in danger. Nonsense. He wants something from me, just as I do from him. And what does he want, Supremer? As it so happens, I suspect you'll be able to ask him yourself. Stay your hand, accuser. Let the young Bravo approach. I do not like this, Supremer. It is not for you to like, accuser, but for you to do. So, Captain Marvel, is how I understand you wish to be addressed. What do you desire, Captain Marvel? If your intelligence is so supreme, why don't you tell me? Very well. Miss Jones, the Earthling to whom you are molecularly bonded has had a calamitous accident. He has been prematurely and excessively aged, apparently through the machinations of a galactic death clock. You wish to know if I can undo this situation and restore his youth. Well, with eye closed, that's it. Exactly. How the hell? For crying out loud, Marv. Of course he knows. He's the Intelligence Supreme, not the big stupid guy. Rick, go back to feeling sorry for yourself, okay? Just when this was getting interesting? No way! What you ask is not impossible, but the material that I would require to perform this miracle does not exist here. Fortunately, it is obtainable. What is it, and where is it? It's just the area known as subspace, where it has become to be called the negative zone. The negative zone? Yes, there is a unique radiation generated by a specific star that is quite powerful. Your negabands would be able to capture the radiation and return it here. I could, in turn, process it and use it to restore Jones's youth. And what do you get out of it? A new type of radiation to study, perhaps harness in other ways. Wait a minute. I thought only Reed Richards had an entrance to the negative zone. Doesn't Reed Richards only Reed Richards have access to the negative zone? You believe, therefore, that none other can construct such a gateway? Name one thing that Reed Richards can do that I cannot. Pick his nose? Pick his nose? Captain, have you utterly lost your... Ew! How about that? Looks like I stand corrected. Grozit! Toss me in the negative zone. Anything. Just don't make me watch that again. It's disgusting. Even Ronan's like...
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to know.
No.
My parents' house is just 2 blocks down, number 78 on the right, Jack. And Jackie, you're an angel. Oh, I'm nothing compared to you and the adventures you've had. Is it all true, these things you've told me? Every word. But honestly, I mean, you know and knew this woman, Marlo, who's married to this Rick, and you were killed and spent time as a ghost and suddenly came back to life. That's it. Wild story, I know. Probably impossible to believe. Oh, I don't know. It's a wild world filled with improbabilities and coincidences that happen all the time. For instance, this Rick and Marlo. Would their last names be Jones? Yep, it's those two. Let me guess. You watch their old talk show? On occasion, but it happens. I know them personally. That's my folks' house right there. How nice. They'll be so thrilled to see you. So how do you know Rick and Marlo personally? Well, I gave birth to Rick, and I killed Marlo. Like this. Whooshing! Crap!
Oh, wow.
Okay, make it clear. She is not Rick's mom. She is cuckoo. But right. She is the one that did kill Marlo. In fact, I'm going to pause a second and show you. Let me just find it.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about that twist? And poor Lorraine.
That was a good twist.
Very kooky. But because Peter David clearly knew if anyone with a Hulk fan was reading this, just get it done in that one issue. They were going to figure it out right away.
Right.
Because again, and that's the first time we've seen her since.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. And believe it or not, the issue where she did the killing was Dale Keown's last issue on Hulk.
Okay.
Come on. I hate that's the one thing I hate about this whole thing. It takes forever to load, especially when it's towards the end of the omnibus.
Oh yeah, that's what digital does.
Yeah, well, it's not even digital per se. It's with these things, I download the files.
Oh, that should have.
Well, it still takes forever to load. But hold on. Yep. We see Marlo. Rick is tied up down down below. He was tripped by his mother. That's Betty, by the way. But yeah, we see that. We see Marlo. Like, that sounded like Rick. Betty shows up and she was gonna take Rick away from me. She wasn't right for Rick at all. And you weren't right for him either. Take my word. A mother just knows these things.
Oh.
See what I mean?
She is a psycho.
Yep. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Look how much of Host's skin was knocked off of him, but then he re-healed it back up.
Oh.
But yep, Betty, of course, knocks her down. And the next thing we see is when they're being hauled off, she's like, oh boy, different artist, but look at that. Yeah. That was the last time we saw her until this omnibus. But like I said, poor Lorraine, right? She's dead again.
Yeah.
And in front of her parents' house, no less.
Yeah, that's definitely taken from like a Lifetime movie or something. One of those dramatic thriller movies.
Yep. You're being an idiot, Mark. And here I thought I'm being a hero. Isn't this the kind of thing you said I should be doing, Rick? Unselfish ass? Yeah, but you're doing it on my behalf. And I'm not asking you to. Excuse me. Now, excuse me. Not now. Marv, if you get yourself killed trying to help me help me unasked, then you're dead. And then you're dead. I'm stuck as an old man here in the microverse, and we all lose. I said, excuse me. What do you freaking what? I am King Team Hoep and ruler of Quarn. It has come to my attention, esteemed aged one, that you have no interest in my daughter Lilius. I do not condemn you for this. And the fault was mine, and I was not worthy. You desire nothing, and we desire nothing but your happiness. Therefore, all of these women, the cream of our planets and poultry, are yours for as long as you are on this world. Do what you gotta do, Marv. Aren't you gonna tell me to be careful? Right, whatever.
That's when you just don't care.
Like, sorry, Marlo.
Right.
Rick has given his blessing, so I suppose this little venture is a go. And you're positive, Suprema, that if I collect this unique radiation from a star within the negative zone, you can use it to reverse Rick's condition to a 99% certainty. Now, you and Una Rog, well, me, why am I going? Insurance. Captain Marvel could conceivably survive indefinitely in the negative zone. You, on the other hand, will not. That makes his returning here a necessity. In a point of fact, I won't last 5 minutes in that hostile environment. That has been attended to. This is our head scientist, Plot, a fairly ingenious fellow. Thank you, Suprema. He has created several devices that should be of interest to you. The belt is a force field shield that will allow you, Una Rog, to survive in the negative zone. It will last 3 hours. The wrist apparatus, Captain, will serve as a locator, enabling you to track the star and remain in communication with me. Your own negative bands will allow you to tap the radiation and return it here. And thanks to this rather inventive and plot device, plot device, plot device. Oh my God, that was brilliant.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God, I completely didn't catch that. Plot device.
Very meta.
That is the most. I didn't catch it when I like the scientist plot device. Bravo, Peter David, if you hear me up there. Bravo. You should be able to accomplish your mission with ease, and then you'll help Rick and allow us to leave. You have my word, and here on the homeworld of the rule, my word, like my intelligence, is supreme. Ronan the Accuser will guide you to the negative zone portal. Good luck, Captain. And the mighty Accuser, reduced to being a tour guide. Quite a conundrum, and come down, Ronan. Your jibes would be of slightly more interest if I thought, Genis, that you would be returning. As it is, they are most hollow. Through the door, up ahead. That's impressive. You are easily impressed. The rule of accomplished things that dwarf this. Yes, your instance for elevating you to accuser is an accomplishment of such stupidity that is positively monumental. I have just had enough of your insults and condemnation, and I've had enough of your posturing and pretensions. You are so full of yourself, Ronan, as usual. And you, Unarag, have never treated me with the respect I deserve. It's always been you. You and you, and you. You never gave a scrawl's backside about my feeling. Holy God, they used today. I don't mean to get personal here, but did you two ever socialize? No, we only had sex. Broadcast it, why don't you? I would be if there had been anything worth broadcasting about. Ooh, that one hurt.
Wow, what a burn.
And he's the accuser. The problem here is that some individuals do not know their places. No, the problem here is that some individuals have to wave around a giant tool to make up for size inadequacies elsewhere. Whoa, ouch, mortal wound there. TMI, man, way too much information. Talk about your accusations. All of you, be quiet. No one asked you. Your opinions are of no consequence. Neither are heard. If you have something to say, keep it to yourself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure thing, Cosmic Rod. Easy for you to say, Rick. He can't see or hear you. Oh, get in there. Go on. Get in through the doors. Good luck. Don't come back. When you enter, we'll shut these doors behind you and open the main gate. You will first pass through a distortion zone as your senses adjust from there into the negative zone proper. Don't forget, Unarag's shield will be depleted in just under 3 hours. If you want to keep her back and get her back alive, you must complete the mission before then. And Rick, remember, our link doesn't hold up when I'm in another dimension, so you and I will be out of touch for a time. Don't be alarmed. Oh, don't worry about that, Marv. I'll find something to do in the meantime. Again, he's not happy. And just think, Unarag, a whole new universe in which you can find people to annoy. Like your confidence is overwhelming, Genis-Vell. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, I have. I once caught a couple of criminals, and they had a bag of what I thought was rock candy in the backseat of their car. I was hungry, so I ate it. The entire world looked pretty much like this for the rest of the day. All right, ladies, we're alone together. And way I figure it, the Suprema and Ronan are probably setting up Marv up. So this thing doesn't have a prayer of working. And I've been miserable for so long, I might as well enjoy your attempts to make me happy. That's a good attitude, Agent One. Oh, yes, a wonderful attitude. Let's face it, Marlo deserves better. She's probably found someone young and healthy by now with a great figure and a head of gorgeous hair. Ha ha ha! Oh, come on, that's funny. It's idiotic. But don't you see? She thought it was a mouse. A moose, so she put in her hair when actually was, I know what it was, and it made her hand stand up. I saw that too. It's still idiotic. If you don't loosen up, Moondragon, I'm not putting on scary movie for you. This movie is scary enough, thank you. Okay, this is my place. You're a guest, remember? Because you said you had nowhere else to stay. And why is that, by the way? Can't you hang at the Avengers or something? Yes, but I'm needed here. You would not understand. Hey, this is Marlo Chandler you're talking to, sweetheart. Mephisto showed up at my wedding. Death and sublet my body. My husband shares molecules with Captain Marvel. I am unflappable, you hear? I cannot be flapped. Zero flappage. Nothing throws me anymore. Absolutely nothing. Geez, I wish someone was around here who understood that. God, I hate you. I sense serious flappage. Lorraine, you can't be here. You went beyond or something. Please pardon what could be potentially awkward question, but are you deranged or something? Do you see her? Tell me you see her, and don't say her who. Very well, her whom. Ah, crap! Funny, that's just what I said, right after your mother-in-law killed me. Huh? We're almost in the negative zone proper. Now, Una, if we should happen to run into some locals, try not to piss them off. I already said I would not, and don't try to kill them either. Demands nothing but demands. Nothing but demands. I'm getting a fix on our destination. I put it about 45 minutes away. That'll have you back with time to spare. So how did you wind up becoming involved with Ronan anyway? He became involved with me, actually. It was years ago, before his elevation to accuser. Even then, though, he was ambitious and a social climber. I came from a respectable family. I was a desirable catch. He courted me, pursued me, made love to me with the blazing heat of 1,000 suns. TMI! What? Never mind. Interesting. He'd be so hot for you, considering you have this little habit of taking men who adore you and drain their life energy. That particular talent of mine had it manifested when the relationship began. Let me guess. It happened for the first time while you and he were. Yes, it is correct. He must not have been thrilled about that. Nor was I. I did not ask for my lot in life, Captain. It could have been very different. We all cope and do our best. And your best involves destroying people? What do you think the Cree Solidarity listed as your father's major talent, huh? Being kind to children and small animals? It all depends which side you're on and how you're trying to survive. But you think you're better than I am. Admit it. I admit it freely. Go to hell, Captain Marvel. I think you're seeing a preview right now. The rest of the trip passes in relative silence until... There, that's it. Are you certain? Suprema, is that you? I told you this plot device would enable us to communicate. That should have been simple simple to comprehend. I'm getting readings on this like I've never seen. It's all out of joint. What's happening? You are witnessing something that is unique in all of the cosmos to the best of my knowledge. Behold, a star which regenerates a reverse tachyon field, a sort of anti-tachyon, if you will. The origin is unknown, although I suspect a freak reversal of the polarity of its neutron. Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. Doctor Who reference. I just love how he just slips it in.
He continues on with the pop culture references, which is really good.
But if you don't watch Doctor Who, wait, Doctor Who, yep, that would reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. If he said multi-phasal reflection sorting, then that would be Star Trek. Whatever the reason, there's a star that is living its life backwards. It began its life normally, but shortly before it began to collapse in upon itself, it reversed the particles it generates, reflecting the reversal. Now, I have observed it for some time, but have been unable to capture its singular radiation and study it closely. Until now. Your Mr. Jones is a victim of temporal reversal. The field still hangs upon him, thwarting any normal endeavors to affect his condition. Desperate times, Captain. Well, what are you waiting for? Stay here. I'll be right back. Where else would I go? All right, just have to focus. And shouldn't be a problem at all. Just have to sort it out. There it is. Attaboy, come to Papa, little particles, and won't Rick be happy to see you? What in the cosmos? Crozet, who are you? This star is mine! You cannot have it! Not the smallest portion! It is under my protection, and I am not going to let down those who are counting on me! Sorry I let you down. Oh, no, revered Agent One. Being in your presence was thrill enough. No need, and we needed no other. Stop trying to make me feel better. Sincerely, no other. Is that not true, my sisters in sensuality? Absolutely, it was wonderful. My heart sang. The heavens wept. Nothing freaking happened. But it was a phenomenal nothing. Don't you freaking understand? Nothing happened because I couldn't make it happen. I can't play guitar. I can't shoot foo. And now I can't even... Just get out of here, will ya? But get out of here! When I had cancer, nothing. And when I was crippled, nothing. Better this, I'm a young man trapped in an old man's body. What do you think any old man is, Agent One? Do you think the mind suddenly becomes old and accepting of the constraints of the aged body? Part of the wisdom of aging is making peace with the young man who dwells within. For if one does not, comb over than hair plugs, plastic surgery, dirty old men being laughed at by young women. I get the picture. Here's the problem. I don't care. I don't care what you say. You can't have guardianship of a star. Besides, I'm not hurting it. I'm just taking some. You can't take anything. Don't you hear what I said? I've been given stewardship of the star, and nothing you say will. Fine, I'll stop talking. You're strong out, world. I'll give you that. Fine. And while you're giving me that, I'll give you more of this. Keep it up, Genis-Vell. You have him. How many times do I have to remind them all? It's Captain Marvel. I think I'll just stop answering the Genis altogether until people get the idea. Ah! I'm getting the feeling from your voice, from the clumsy way you're handling the power. Shut up! I'm not clumsy! That you're rather young, whatever you are. Genis! I told you, and I'm old enough to take you. I don't think so. Genis, for Palma's sake! And look, son, I don't How dare you address me as son? You don't have the right. I tried to warn him. Pama knows I tried. And are you hurt, Burns and Burstar? Only my pride, father. Then shall mend, and that shall mend. In time, however, this creature, this magnet who attacked me, my son Burstar, son of Blastar, he shall not mend, not ever. Oh crap. Blastar from the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Okay, we got 2 more issues.
Mm-hmm.
Most respected Elder Rick, a simple king of this world, Quarn, cannot pretend to understand all things. But certainly your attitude is most puzzling. We revere our elder here, and you, not where I come from. Back on Earth, the world outside this microverse, for the most part, we diss the old folks. We consider them nuisances. We make fun of them. We get annoyed with them. Hell, in Los Angeles, where I come from, you're toast as soon as you hit the high side of 30. I had a pitch session with a studio executive who hadn't started shaving yet. He sat there smug and said, "So, what you got for me?" I said, "A lollipop." Short session. I do not understand. What I'm saying, King Tim Hoep, is that we pretty much hold our elders in contempt. I was as guilty of it as anybody else. This is karma, Your Highness. Pure and simple, coming to bite me big time. Man, I gotta make sure not to sit for too long. Makes me lose feeling in my legs. What is this karma? Payback. The scale is getting even. See, I figured it out. Once upon a time, I had no concept of my own mortality. I was a smug, self-satisfied kid whose moves were informed by use, ingress, and being of that because of that hubris. An innocent man suffered, and others did, and still do. And all that suffering has finally come back to roost on me. That's why I'm so bummed, King Tim O'Hep, because the truth is that getting old, losing an arm, all that's happened to me, I deserved it. And somewhere right now, Captain Marvel, the guy I'm molecularly bonded with, is off trying to make things right, putting his butt on the line, except he doesn't understand and saying, somebody up there hates me. This is the classic just desserts I'm getting. It's crazy for Marv, for anybody to stick his neck out for me, because after all the misery I've caused, I'm just not worth it. But Marv, he's so determined to be a hero, he won't see that. God only knows what kind of danger he's in, which is more blame to be stuck on my final tally. But respective Elder Rick, Captain Marvel considers you his friend. Does that not count for something? King Timo Hep, first rule of the universe, watch out for number 1. Soft emotions are just what your enemy uses against you. Friend, family, they all wind up pawns in some cosmic game of chess. And the secret to life is knowing when to say game over. Ugh! Have you encountered any difficulty, Captain? Yes, Supremer. I think you can safely say that. State the nature of your emergency. A hairy nutcase is tossing off high-powered energy blasts like they were sneezes. That's what. You think you're to intrude here to the negative realm you call self-space and siphon off star energy as if it were yours for the taking, as if you had some right to it? Again and again, you outworlders cannot be satisfied with defiling your own sphere. You must intrude into ours. Well, it ends this day. I shall erect your battered and bloody corpse as warning to all who would exploit our realm. Who in the Pama is that? I think he said his name was Blastar. Yes, he is the disposed ruler of a world called Balvar, a very hostile individual. His skin is akin to a fusion reactor, which he focuses into concussive energy blasts composed of. Fine, that's great. Now what do I do? To begin with, I would duck. Huh? Oh! This is idiotic. I told you, Blister and Burstar, son of Blastar, exiled among with my father from our native world and kept secret away from while he tried to build a new realm for us to. It would dazzle you how little I care about your family history. Just listen to me. This whole thing is unnecessary. It's just as I told you. We only need to collect some of the anti-tachyons that this unique star is generating. And you would do this. Why? Truthfully, I'm an unwilling passenger. As for Captain Marvel, he's doing it to help a friend. That idiot, he's braved the zone just to benefit someone else? How pathetic to put another's welfare above his own. My father taught me to hold such things in contempt, and now I see he was well advised to do so. Tell you what, women, beg to me to stop attacking you, and I shall beg, I shall beg, or I kill you where you stand. Well, beg or die right now. Please, I beg you, don't kill me, please. Please, Great Burstar. Please don't kill me, Great Burstar. Very well. I shall not. Wait, and this meteor we've drifted away from, the others there, nowhere for you to go. Yes, I know. You're caught in the gravity field of the star. You hope to rob a particle. I don't need to kill you quite soon. Like you. Quite soon you'll be pulled into the negative sphere of the star and simply explode. You're already in terminal descent. Farewell, Outworlder. Genis! And your woman seems to be in trouble, Outworlder. A pity you cannot save her, or even yourself, or let your dying words be iki, peek, bing, zoom, boing, mumble, mumble. Then when you have found the scrubbery, eki, patang, Roomba! Then when you found the shrubbery, you must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest, a herring. Yes, I still want to hold. And I'll keep holding until I get answer to my question. All right, now this is funny. The bald chick's got to go. This apartment can't handle 3 people. You're not a person, Lorraine. It's not like you need hours in the bathroom. And who said you're staying? I'm dead again because of your mother-in-law. Try and make me leave. Jackie Shore isn't my mother-in-law. She's a nutcase who thinks she's Rick's mother. She's a psycho loon. Yeah, I tumbled to that when she was jamming her knitting needle through my heart. Look, I'm really sorry you came back to life, which was miraculous, and then you get killed again. It's not fair, damn straight, but it's not my fault. Whatever. I certainly hope you're talking to a ghost, Marlo, because if you lost your mind, it's going to inconvenience me terribly. Run away! Run away! Yes. What? Yes, I'm here. You gotta be kidding me! Oh yeah, definitely, Nancy Drew. Yeah, you put out an APB, which in your case should stand for an all-purpose bozo. This is gross incompetence. I got someone standing here with a major ground to sue your butt. Except I did. Except she's dead, so yeah, okay, not literally standing next to me, of course. So look, just find her and lock her up, okay? There was some kind of administration shakeup at the mental home where she was being held. In the changeover, apparently your files got mixed up with an inmate who was on a work release program. Naturally, she didn't say anything when they let her walk out the door. So I died because of paperwork glitch. Yeah, and long story short, yeah. Oh boy, all because of a paperwork glitch. That is kind of a dark way funny. You're like, welcome to your final fate, Outworlder. Well, I would if my final fate was to get my head blown off by a hero and horn dog such as yourself. As it is, I think I'll just duck out of the way and let you shoot yourself. Now I gotta double check one thing very quickly. Hold on. I'm just trying to find out about the rule craze. How long did this last? Hold on, I'm just checking. Okay, so it was during maximum security. I'm just trying to find out how long that lasted. Yeah, it didn't last that long, so they're just playing off of that. That's all. And I think I'll just duck out of the way and let you shoot yourself. Confound Outward. Oh, but there's much trouble at the Fantastic Four. I'll take that as a compliment. All right, Una, I'm coming. Una Rock, where are you? You may wish to be more concerned with where you will be, namely in pieces all over subspace. Your inexperience marks you, Starface. You barely erected your shield in time. You should learn to anticipate your enemy provided you live long enough to learn anything. But we have no reason to be enemies. You know that we're taking nothing irreplaceable, nothing of value to you. Why are you doing this? What do you want? At least you have the intelligence to inquire. It took you long enough. The answer is simple. You Outwarders remain a desirable environment. I will strike you a bargain, Silverhair, for I'm becoming merciful in my old age. Guide my son and me to your sphere. Provide me with a list of worlds or people important to you. Worlds you desire me to spare, and they shall remain forever untouched. Furthermore, if there are races you wish to see disposed of, that could be arranged as well. As you say, we need not be enemies. I suggest you decide quickly. It appears your hero does not hear you. Once again, then, farewell. Fine, leave me, coward. What a fool you are to think your father dispatched you here to guard this star. It was busy work, First Star, nothing more. Why, he doesn't even seek your help to battle Captain Marvel. He leaves you instead and the important task of disposing of a helpless woman. And even that you're afraid to do hands-on. I'd rather be dead than living as a useless coward like you. How dare you? Where are you? Oh, I see your game. You accuse me of cowardice while hiding on the other side of the... How? She must have jumped off, thrown herself into the star rather than... Guess again, whelp! The daughter of Jan Rog is not easily dispatched as all that, Bliss Star. The name's Burst Star! Your name is Mud if you don't cooperate. And if you even think about trying to blast me, I'll cut your throat so fast, so deep that your ancestors will be mute. Interesting development. Captain Marvel appears to be considering the Blast Star creature's offer. You did not expect this, Supremer. Anticipate the possibility, yes. But expect? No. Captain Marvel's mind works in curious and unpredictable ways, extending exposure to humanity, no doubt. Does this Blast Star present a threat? He is a son on legs, accuser. Of course he is a threat. The question is, do we assume the risk with the intention of pointing that threat elsewhere, or do we minimize our exposure? We are the rule. We need no help in defeating our enemy, especially barbaric oafs such as that Blast Star. Indeed, I shall monitor the situation. Inform our scientists that they should prepare to destroy the portal to prevent anyone from crossing over. Immediately, Supremer, but do not do so unless they receive my order. Mine, Ronin, not yours. Clear? Perfectly, Supremer. Blast Star, listen carefully, and I shall say this once. You will allow Captain Marvel and me to complete our business here and leave unmolested. Otherwise, your son will receive a much-needed and very permanent shave. Father, I believe she means it. I believe she does. Hopefully she will find me just as credible when I say that no one issues terms to Blast Star. Father, certainly there are things worth dying for, but this cannot be one of them. What would be the harm of letting them gather their particles? It hurts no one, and they would leave. What? My son said such things? You would have sacrificed my pride just to save your life? Have I taught you nothing about the pointlessness of such indulgencies? This is my fault. I spent too much time hiding you, protecting you from danger, rather than letting you face it on head on. I made you weak. Weak? No, yes, weak. But this universe is harsh, First Star, and I will not continue to safeguard you from it, or from your lack of resolve. Blast Star will not be dictated to Outworlders, and do what you will. Weak he may be, but my son understands that much at least. Yes, Father, I understand it all too well. Go! You think me weak, but I shall show you. I'll show all of South Space the worst of a son for whom you couldn't be bothered to sacrifice the smallest measure of your infernal pride. And quickly, collect the anti-tachyons with your negative beams while they're fighting. I already have. I finished while Blast Star was busy issuing dictates to me. No sign of either of them following us, and the portal isn't much further. Captain, force field, my field, it's fading. Hurry, or all. You what? Die like those whose life force you drained? Or did you forget and think I'd forgotten that? Perhaps I just let him be, and it be if I just left you here to rot. Do it, then, because I'll be damned if I ever beg anyone's help again, least of all yours. I guess it's Unarag that you're damned anyway, but I'm not going to be the one to send you there. Lord Hide Accuser, 2 life forms coming to the portal. Readings indicate that it's Genis-Vell and Unarag. I shall try to contain my enthusiasm. We've returned, Ronin, and we've fulfilled our end of the bargain. And now, by the Palma, the Intelligence Supreme had better fulfill his, or I'll die at the hands of the rule who outnumber you roughly 1 billion to 1. Now there's a threat to conjure with. Save your breath, Genis-Vell. The Intelligence Supreme is the ultimate authority on this world. He has no need for deceptions or half-truths. If he has promised to aid Rick Jones, then he shall. So, Ursa, you have come a long way from the callow youth I encountered during the Kree-Skrull War. Yeah, we got to do those high school reunions some more. I have been studying the anti-tachyons Captain Marvel provided. There's much still to learn, but I believe I know enough to aid you. Step inside, if you please. This is quite a leap of faith you're taking, Rick Jones. It's not much of a leap when you don't care where you land. Besides, I don't expect this to work. Like I told the Microverse guy, this is karmic payback. No matter what happens, I deserve what I get. That is a defeatist attitude. It's all I've got left. and plot. Begin the process. He's been in there for the prescribed time, Supremer. Release him. Let us see what we shall see. See? Told ya. You may be the supreme intelligent, but there's other more supreme beings than you. And they, or he, or whatever has it out for me. That's all. It should have worked, Jones. I shoulda, woulda, coulda. You have my regrets, Rick Jones. You are free to leave. What of me? And I have given much thought to you, Unarag. We were going to evolve you, make you one of the rule, but we resought it. Instead, you will be given a small vessel to roam the galaxy, exiled, the last of your kind, part of a Kree race that is hated and despised. And knowing that the race has left you behind, you will live knowing, Unarag, that from an evolutionary standpoint, you are the weakest link. Goodbye! You remember that game show, right? Weakest link? You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I've heard of it.
It was around the same time as Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, I've heard of that too. Mm-hmm.
Captain Marvel has departed our world, Supremer. Excellent. Excellent. Now let us attend to our guest. Our leader, the Intelligent Supreme, wishes to know if there's anything that you, our new ally, desire. Yes, there is. For starters, vengeance. I'm truly sorry, Rick. It should have worked. Perhaps it's a delayed effect. He hosed you, Marv, plain and simple. He got stuff out of it that you and I can't even begin to guess. It's almost Christmas back on Earth. Bring me home so I can celebrate. You sound so bitter, so lost. But I promise you all, Marv, do me a favor, okay? Just stop talking. No more words, okay? No more words. Now, this last issue was during what was called Nuff Said. In dedication to 9/11, Marvel decided for 1 month, every book would have no dialogue. It'll be nothing but the artwork.
Really?
Yep. That's what we're going to be going through here.
Interesting.
So we see a young boy trying to trade in stuff, not getting much money, but somehow he got a hold of Rick's wristband, the Nega band.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was real gold. He sells it. He thinks his mother will be happy. We see then Rick is passed out. This is Leonard Kirk, by the way, from Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's Rick's reflection from Mars' reflection, but a cop stands up. No loitering. Shh. Decides to just let him go because it's still the holidays. All right. Realize that he's missing it. Turns out the kid tried to get to him. He thinks he took it, snatched it because it was tied to a piece of rope. And, of course, Marv's like, seriously? He falls down crying, sees the knife, and he's ready to stab himself to just end it. And Bendo knives. He was threatened with a fake. But then he sees a little bit of blood, finds it. A woman's in labor. Badly, of course. And it turns out that's the kid's mom. And he realizes his mother would hate what he did to get it. And she gives birth, but something's wrong with the baby. But Rick gives the CPR. There's a bit of a miraculous glow and perfectly fine. He then gives back the band, swaps back with Genis. They're also saying, shh, quiet for the baby. Drops off at a homeless shelter. They swap, and he's back to normal. Christmas miracle.
I like that. I like that it really has to tell the story through the expressions, and the movement of it.
And yep. And having beat it, this is Rick pushed to the extreme. Like he was just ready to end it. He also feel like I just trapped Marv in the negative zone.
Mm-hmm.
And look, Rob gets the cameo. That's a legally sketchy thing to do still. But what did you think? So we're done here now. That was the last one. What did you think about this whole arc?
Overall, it was very much a dramedy. A lot of character work. You get to see the clashing now. You get to see a little bit more, as you said, the setups, but also just the references to other things, the meta commentary that was
Mm-hmm.
funny, the pop culture references and everything.
Yep.
So it just streamlined and everything is really good.
It's gotten better though, right?
Yes.
Yep. What would you say was your favorite part of this arc?
I would honestly say in the first the clashing.
The clashing? Yeah, that first
Because
issue.
you really,
That was
at
a long
first it
time
was,
coming.
yeah, it was very fast paced at the beginning where you just feel like, oh, they're just not so much as getting along, but it's just going with it.
Uh-huh.
And but with everything that has happened and the emotional upheaval and stuff, and then with trying to have a normal life, and as you said, he's married, he's not a
Yep.
kid, he's you know you want to build your own family, but then you are thrust into this
Super heroics.
heroic role
Yeah.
and stuff, and it does take a toll. So
Mm-hmm.
that to just blow over, yeah, that was really good.
Yep. What did you think about the stuff with Lorraine?
I'm sorry, what you say?
What did you think about the stuff with Lorraine?
Oh, that twist, it was.
You feel bad for her, you're like
Yes.
her, you're like, crap.
I mean, she was very much used as a plot device for the twist.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But she's still sticking around. The stuff with Marlo and Moondragon is building up. But again, poor Rick just having to go through, but he finally got his happy ending.
Right. I would say I think I like Marlo as like she kind of keeps the flow of things, very laid back in a way, but she just with her sassiness and commentary and everything, I like her.
Yep. What I like best about this, again, is that it's continuing so much that was left over from his Hulk days.
Mm-hmm.
Because Rick and Marlo, Marlo was introduced during the Joe Fix-It era. In fact, Marlo is still considered one of the few non-romantic women in Bruce's life who actually cares about both sides.
Well, that's good. You need more of that. You honestly need more of that.
Yep, she is one of the few who's that way. And of course, her and Rick getting together makes so much sense. And boy, again, their relationship is a roller coaster.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, again, overall, and again, like I said, this was a great one to end on. Wouldn't you say? I mean, this was a great experiment overall. And again, so many issues did this. This enough said.
Right.
Like even during Grant Morrison's new X-Men run, that's the one that was the issue where we found out the origins of Cassandra Nova being Xavier's twin sister who died in the womb, but did not fully.
It was really interesting. I really need to catch up on some important events or references for Marvel.
Yep. But yeah, so like I said before, after this we're going to be leading into, well, now that all that's been resolved, there's going to be more time traveling going on.
Mm-hmm.
But we also bring up this character, Thanatos, which is again another lingering plot thread.
I see.
Oh boy, look at Rick now that he's back to normal with 2 arms. He feels good again.
Yeah.
Yep. And yep, again, just wait until we get back to that again. But yeah, see, this is going to be a bigger story arc. It's also going to have, hold on, let me get to it. Spider-Man 2099, that Peter David Olsen co-created, as well as the Maestro from the Hulk. The Hulk's dark future self. That's what that's all going to. Oh, trust me, you should just look it up, the Maestro. But yeah,
Okay.
that's what we'll be going over next time as we continue on forward. As I think we're actually getting closer to the end of this volume. Let me just double check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Next time we can get through all of them and we do another long one.
Okay.
That'll be it for this volume. Then we'll be getting into, remember what I told you during the Silver Surfer issue about them restarting the universe easily? We're going to get closer to that.
Good. Okay.
So yeah, next time we'll be going over 9 issues.
Well, they seem, even if it is, longer issues, they seem to breeze through them so fast.
Yep. I mean, hey, look, it took me 2 hours, just 2 hours to get through 8 issues. Granted, that last one was really fast.
Yeah, because no dialogue, but still.
But still, yep. And then we'll be wrapping up this volume, and so next time we'll be wrapping up the first half of it. Then we'll be getting into the second half, which is the more divisive half. But we'll get over that next time. So, any other final words you want to give on this?
Not really. It's just that I'm really having a good time with this.
Nice. So, yep, we'll see you guys all on the next one. Take care.